What if the job you waited for months turns out nothing like what you were promised? So my cousin recently got a new job and she was super excited. You know that feeling, right? जब लगता है finally life अब track पे आ गई है. But within just a few weeks, reality hit her. The work wasn't what was promised. There was no clarity, no proper support, and the manager was completely missing in action. फिर naturally doubt होता है. Did I mess up by accepting this offer? And honestly, she's not alone. I have seen this happen to freshers, mid-level professionals, even senior folks in leadership. But the real question is it just a rough start or a serious red flag? In this video, we will break it down. Why this mismatch happens, how to know if it is temporary or a warning sign, and what to do when your job isn't what you expected. Let's clear the confusion for your career and your peace of mind. Now the big question, why does this mismatch even happen? आप सोचते हो इंटरव्यूज क्लियर हुए, रोल डिस्कस हुआ, तो फिर इतना mismatch क्यों? The truth is, most of the time it's not one big mistake that makes a job feel wrong. It's a mix of smaller things that quietly pile up. Let's break down 4 silent reasons your job doesn't feel like what you expected. Let's start with the most common culprit. Job descriptions that look too good to be true. The JD paints a picture of a creative, high-impact, fast-track role. Lines like growth-focused position with cross-functional exposure sound impressive. But जब काम मिलता है, it's admin, coordination or repetitive tasks you have already done, just with a new label. They sell you a dream but hand you repetitive grunt work that drains your energy and stalls your growth. And from day one, you start feeling bored, misused, stuck. Even if the JD was written with good intent, things can change quickly. Sometimes the role you were hired for doesn't exist by the time you join. Projects get delayed, priorities shift, and suddenly you are placed wherever there is a gap. Once we had hired someone for AI models, but the project got delayed. We had to put him on data analysis for months. He felt lost because that's not what he signed up for. Now imagine, the project is ready, but the onboarding is weak. In many startups and mid-sized firms, onboarding is often weak. There is no training, no structure, and you are left figuring it out yourself. It feels like यहाँ कुछ structured ही नहीं है. How will I survive? Worse, HR might have promised flexible hours or remote-friendly culture during hiring. But जब join किया, सब कुछ बदल चुका है. You feel confused and a little betrayed. Let's say onboarding भी somehow manage हो गई. Now comes another issue. Your manager. Some managers are too busy to guide you. And some teams are so caught up in their own deadlines, there's no time to support or check in. You are left alone. No feedback, no direction, no mentorship. And even if the role had potential, this kind of emotional isolation makes it completely wrong. Whatever the reason be, you are left with emotional chaos. Maybe this job just isn't right for me. But is it just teething trouble or a real red flag? Let's figure that out next. Okay, so अगर अब mismatch है, तो क्या adjust करना चाहिए? या ये एक warning sign है जिसको ignore करना dangerous होगा? Here are 3 checkpoints to help you decide. Checkpoint 1. Ask yourself, is this a few rough days or a consistent pattern? Every job has a shaky part, but अगर 2 से 3 महीने तक आप confused हो, sidelined feel कर रहे हो और direction missing है, that's a pattern, not just teething trouble. Especially if you have already tried to ask for clarity and things are still vague. Checkpoint 2. Have you been able to connect with your manager at all? अगर हर बार उनसे बात करना मुश्किल हो या वो avoid करते हो, that's a problem. Good managers make time even if they are busy. If you feel ignored or invisible, it's not something to overlook. Checkpoint 3. And this might sound simple, but how do you feel at the end of each day? Tired is normal. But if you are constantly drained, demotivated, or questioning your worth, listen to that. Your gut often tells you the truth even when nobody else does. These 3 checkpoints won't give you exact answers, but they will tell you one thing clearly. Is this just temporary discomfort or is it already starting to hurt your confidence and mental space? And once you have identified that, you will know whether it's time to speak up or step away. अब जब आपको ये क्लैरिटी मिल गई कि सिचुएशन टेम्पररी है या डीपर इशू है, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट व्हाट यू कैन एक्चुअली डू प्रैक्टिकली एंड कामली. Step 1. Ask for clarity conversation. Book a one-to-one with your manager, but don't go in with "I'm unhappy." Go in with curiosity. Ask, can we revisit the expectations from my role? Are there any upcoming responsibilities I should prepare for? Managers respond better to solution-seeking tone than frustration. That one chat often brings clarity or confirms your doubt. Step 2. Give yourself a reasonable timeline. A lot of people either quit too fast or suffer for too long. Set a timeline for yourself, 3 to 6 months. In that time, give your best and keep observing. Is anything actually improving? Step 3. Don't let self-doubt creep in. जब काम unclear होता है, हम अपने आप पर self-doubt करने लगते हैं. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm overthinking. Please know, your confusion is valid. This is not a failure. It's a misalignment and it happens to smart people too. Step 4. Quietly prepare plan B if needed. If things feel seriously off, don't wait till burnout. Quietly update your resume and explore options. You don't have to quit overnight, but having a plan B gives you back your power. Bottom line, every job has ups and downs. But अगर आप हर दिन ड्रेन्ड हो रहे हो, क्लैरिटी के लिए बैक करना पड़ रहा है और ग्रोथ विजिबल नहीं है, देन एडजस्ट करने से ज़्यादा आपको प्रोटेक्ट करने की ज़रूरत है. जस्ट बिकॉज अ जॉब लुक्ड गुड ऑन पेपर डजंट मीन इट्स राइट फॉर यू. नोटिस द साइंस, ट्रस्ट योर गट, टेक बैक कंट्रोल बिफोर इट ड्रेन्स यू. Ever been in a job that felt off from day one? Drop a comment. You are not alone. And if you want career advice that protects your peace, not just your paycheck, hit subscribe.